I'm back here. That day in our online revision class, we have studied about tissues till animal tissue, epithelial tissue. Now today we will cover the remaining part from the tissue chapter. Next, after epithelial tissue will be muscular tissues. Now muscular tissue consists of elongated cells also called as fiber cells. They are responsible for the movement in our body. Here and there, movement and locomotion is carried out with the help of muscular fibers or muscle fibers. Now these muscles contain a specialized protein which contract and relax to cause movement. This protein is known as contractile protein. Now coming to the types of muscles. There are three main types of muscles: striated muscle, involuntary muscle and heart muscle or the cardiac muscle. Now striated muscles are known as skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. Coming to the diagram, you can see the location of all the muscles where the cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle and smooth muscles can be found. Now cardiac muscle is always found only at a single place, that is near the heart or in the wall of the heart, but skeletal and smooth muscles are found in different parts of our body. Now before going for the types of muscles, we need to know what is voluntary and involuntary action so that we can understand these muscles more clearly. Voluntary actions are under our conscious control and in a balanced form. This requires learning. While involuntary actions are not in our control, they does not require any learning. The same stimulus may lead to different responses depending upon the situation. Like if a dog is coming in an angry expression, you will run away from the dog. But similarly, when a dog is coming in a cozy, loving manner towards you, you will go towards the dog. So depending upon the situation, stimulus and responses changes. Now in involuntary actions, the same stimulus always produces the same response. Voluntary actions are controlled by the cerebrum of our brain. Involuntary actions are controlled by medulla oblongata or spinal cord. Voluntary actions can be quick or slow depending upon us, while involuntary action cannot be controlled. They work on their own. Examples: writing, speaking, reading and dancing are voluntary actions. Breathing, heartbeat, yawning, respiration, digestion and growing are the examples of involuntary actions. Coming to very first type of muscle, that is skeletal muscle or striated muscle. Now these muscles are cylinder nucleated, having mitochondria. These muscles are present in our limbs, move when we want them to move or stop when we want them to stop. These muscles are known as voluntary muscles, and as they are attached towards the bone to help in the movement, they are also known as skeletal muscles. These muscles, when seen under the microscope, they have alternate light and dark bands or striations, because of which they are also known as striated muscles. The cells of these tissues are long, cylindrical, unbranched, multinucleated. Now children, you need to learn the location, function and diagram of these muscles. Coming to our second muscle, that is smooth muscles or unstriated muscles. As the name suggests, they are very smooth. They have spindle-like appearance and the corners or the ends are in a spindle shape. Now, the movement of the food in the alimentary canal and the contraction and relaxation of blood vessels are caused by involuntary movements. These movements result through smooth muscles. We cannot really start them or stop by our will, as they work on their own. They are found in the iris of the eyes, uterus and in the bronchi apart from the alimentary canal. The cells are long with pointed ends and uninucleated. They are also known as unstriated muscles as they does not have bands. Coming to our third type of muscle, that is cardiac muscle. Now, as the name suggests, this muscle is present in the wall of the heart, which helps in the pumping of the heart, that is contraction and relaxation. Now, what is contraction and relaxation? When you close your fist, जब हम अपनी मुट्ठी को टाइट बंद करते हैं, that is contraction. And when we release our fist, that means जब हम अपनी मुट्ठी को, हाथ की मुट्ठी को खोलते हैं, that is known as relaxation. Now the muscles of the heart show rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout the life. These are involuntary muscles and they work according to their own will. These muscles are cylindrical, branched and uninucleated in nature. Now there is a difference given in the tabular form between skeletal, smooth and cardiac muscle. If we talk about skeletal muscles, they have a stripes or striated, that is light and dark bands. So they are called striated muscles. They work according to our will, us. So voluntary muscles also, they attach bone and help in the movement. So they are known as skeletal muscles. Coming to unstriated or smooth muscles, they are called unstriated muscles because they do not have light and dark bands. They are involuntary in nature, that means perform work according to their own will. Coming to cardiac muscles, these are the structures between striated and non-striated muscle fibers and are involuntary in nature. They cause the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart muscle throughout the life and causes pumping of the blood. Structure of the skeletal muscle is long, cylindrical, unbranched, multinucleated. Fibers are arranged in the form of bundles and have dark and light bands. While we talk about smooth muscles, then spindle shape, uninucleated, fibers are arranged in the form of sheet, that is large and dark bands are absent. Structure of the cardiac muscle, they are short, cylindrical, branched, uninucleated and the fibers are arranged in the form of network. Faint यानी लाइट बहुत ना के बराबर धुंधले से light and dark bands are present. If we talk about the location of the skeletal muscle, then skeletal muscles are located in the limbs, tongue, bone, face and neck region. While the unstriated muscle or the smooth muscles are located in the iris of the eyes, uterus, bronchi, alimentary canal and blood vessel. Location of the cardiac muscle is the walls of the heart. Working of the skeletal muscle includes contraction quickly but cannot remain contracted for a long, so they get tired and fatigue soon. While smooth muscles contract slowly but can remain contracted for a long and does not get fatigue soon. Cardiac muscles contract quickly and rhythmically, therefore do not get fatigue. Imagine अगर cardiac muscle fatigue हो जाए, थक जाए तो. Next, coming to the connective tissues. Now these tissues help in the connection of the different parts of the body. The cells of these tissues are loosely packed and embedded in an intracellular matrix. The matrix may be jelly-like, fluid, dense or rigid. The nature of the matrix differs with the functioning of the particular connective tissue. Coming to the types of the connective tissue. Now there are four major types of connective tissue. Connective tissue proper, cartilage, bone and blood. Connective tissue proper consists of loose and dense connective tissue proper. Loose consists of areolar, adipose and reticular. Dense consists of regular, irregular and elastic tissues. Cartilage, hyaline cartilage, fibrocartilage and elastic cartilage. Bones are compact and spongy and blood consists of RBC, WBC and blood platelets. This is a diagram from our NCERT book. You can refer the book also for the diagram. Coming to the blood. The main function of the blood is to transport gases, food, waste materials and hormone in the body. Therefore, blood has a fluid matrix which is present in it is called plasma. The plasma consists of the red blood cells, white blood cells and blood platelets. Plasma and corpuscles is another type of difference. This is for the higher classes. Plasma consists of serum and protein. Corpuscles consist of red blood cells, WBCs and platelets. Now if we talk about RBCs, they have hemoglobin pigment which carry oxygen. Here Hem means iron and globin means protein. So iron and protein combine together in RBCs and give red color. WBCs fight against the disease. They work as a soldier against disease. If any foreign body invades the body, then WBC work as a soldier and fight back. We have blood platelets which involve themselves in the clotting of the blood at the injury time. Now, WBCs and platelets are suspended in the blood. The plasma contains protein, salt, and hormone, which help in the transportation. Function of the blood flows and transport digested food, gases, hormones, and waste material to different parts of the body. Next comes the bones. Now, bones form a framework of the body over which the muscles are wrapped together. The bone tissue is strong and inflexible in nature. The bone cells are present in a rigid, that is hard matrix, which is formed of calcium and phosphorus. The bone cells are present in a rigid, I told you. Coming to ligaments. Now, two bones can be connected to each other by another type of connective tissue that is known as ligament. They are elastic in nature and considerably more strength comparatively to tendon. They connect bone to bone. Tendon connect muscle to bone. They are fibrous. They have great strength and have limited flexibility. Coming to the difference between tendons and ligaments, tendons attaches bone to muscle, ligaments attaches bone to bone. Tendons are non-elastic, ligaments are elastic. Tendons are sturdy, that means inflexible, little flexible, and ligaments are inflexible. Tendon size changes depending upon the muscle. Ligaments cannot change. Both the functions have the anchorage and strength. Now here is a difference between bones and cartilage. This difference you can go through on your own. I have given you in this and even in the notes also. Coming to next part, that is Harvasian canals. Now the bones comprises of microscopic tubes called Harvasian canals. They are contained in osteons. Rough cylindrical structure is present along the axis of the bone. They allow the blood vessels, that is lymphatic vessels and nerve fibers, to travel through them. Now, Harvasian canal and cartilage can be seen in the diagram. Before that, I am explaining cartilage. These are present over the joints of the bones and provide them with a smooth structure. For example, in the nose tip, ear pinna, trachea and larynx. They contain solid matrix made of protein and sugar. They have homogeneous matrix. Homogeneous, same type of matrix. They provide support and flexibility to various parts of the body. This is the Harvasian canal, where osteocyte, canculi and osteons are present. You can have a look at the diagram. Next, coming to areolar connective tissues. Now, they are found between the skin and muscles, around blood vessels and nerves, and in the bone marrow. They fill the space inside the organs, supports internal organs and help in repair of the tissues. And next comes the adipose tissues. They are fat storing tissues present in between the skin and internal organs. The cells of these tissues are filled with fat globules. Storage of fat also lets it act as an insulator. Because fat is there, so it will work as an insulator. Body को गर्म रखने का काम करेगा, temperature regulate करेगा. This is the location of the adipose tissue. I know it's not too much clear because no such image is there. You just need to use your imagination. Now over here, the revision of the chapter 6 gets completed and the revision for our main chapter from biology is completed. I hope this chapter is clear to you. If you have any single doubt, you can contact me through our campus care. All the best for your exam. Take care, stay safe, listen to your parents.